How long has the business been running?
We've been with Mortgage Choice now for 17.5 years. We've been here at Windsor for about 12 of that. So it's been quite a journey over that period of time. So we've been through Brisbane floods and all sorts of fun things. But it's been a really great ride. It's a very, very rewarding occupation. The role that we all play in assisting our clients, making really one of the biggest decisions they ever make in their life, getting them into a new home and going from there. It's been fantastic and the feedback's been awesome, and the relationships that I've been able to forge with our clients over an extended period and then dealing with their children, in some cases their grandchildren, has just been fantastic.
I remember you were telling me you've helped multiple generations of families as well.
Yeah, it always amazes me. I must be showing my age, I think, James, but it is really quite rewarding to get those referrals back. It just tells me that somewhere along the line I must have been doing the right thing. So it's just an incredibly rewarding part of what we do.
What's the bit you've enjoyed most?
Dealing with clients face to face and the education process, particularly with our first home buyers. I always enjoyed that. Just being able to provide a bit of direction and clarify what is an increasingly complex process. I make the point today, we've got pretty well the same number of lenders on our panel that we had when I started 17.5 years ago. Back then we had 750 loan products. Now I've got I think it's just over 4,000 loan products with the same number of lenders. So things have changed dramatically over that period of time.
That's a vast increase in complexity.
It is. So look, I've been lucky to run with that, so you get used to it as you go. But for new people coming into it, it can be quite daunting, and for people trying to navigate what's going on in the industry, it is really difficult. What Mum and Dad did 15 or 20 years ago is completely different today. So there's a lot of misinformation out there in the market as well, in terms of what you can and can't do. And I've certainly had clients of mine that work for individual banks that are used to what their bank can do, that walk through the door and I unveil what is available in the market, and it can be quite a revelation for some of them.
It blows them away.
It does. So it's a really fantastic thing.
I think it's one of those things, having the choice that you do, and you've always shown such a wide choice of lenders.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt, because of the profile of our clients, there's probably a half a dozen lenders we use quite regularly. But one of the things I'm most proud of in our business is consistently over the years, I normally use between 15 and 17 lenders a year off our panel. So look, I've always tried to pride myself on making sure the client goes where they need to go, not where I want them to go, because it's the client you're trying to look after and really set them up for success. So it's really critically important.
You were telling me earlier as well how much you really try and push to get the rates lower for those existing clients as well.
It's really important. I bang on to my clients about this all the time, that you should be reviewing your interest rates with your banks at least once every 1 or 2 years. Leaving it longer than that, the bank is not your friend, irrespective of who the lender is. It's an industry-wide thing. But it's just important to keep on top of that. And most of the banks, it's pretty competitive out there. Most of the banks will actually adjust their rates to what's available in the marketplace. So you don't always have to go through a full refinance exercise to get a better deal. My job, more often than not with our clients, is not to get them a home loan. Most of them will get a home loan anywhere. My job is to help them pay that off as quickly as they possibly can. No one wants the mortgage. We want the asset, we want the house, we want our home. That's the objective. It's not to have a big mortgage.
You're helping them create wealth realistically by doing that. Clearly,
absolutely. Look, anyone who's in the market here in Brisbane has done incredibly well over the last 3 years. But I think we've still got a long way to go in terms of where we're sitting. Brisbane's population has increased by 700,000 over the last 20 years. Between now and 2030, it's supposed to go from the 2.5 million that we've got now to 3 million. So there's another 500,000 expected increase between now and 2030. Our price, I have so many people worried about our price is going to go down. I can't see it. The major issue, and it's not just a Brisbane issue, it's right across the market, is really supply. And there's no easy answer to that. It's been a failing of governments at all levels over the last 40 years. So it's not new, it's been coming. There's been plenty of people warning about it. So whilst there's a lot of noise about interest rates, it's not the interest rates that are causing the problem. It's simply a lack of supply everywhere.
Not enough houses.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're now retiring, right?
Yes.
So what was one of the reasons that you've chosen for us to come in and take over your business? And
Look, I've been through quite a period of soul searching and thinking about what my retirement looked like over the last couple of years. So was I going to just slow down, look after existing clients? What was I going to do? Or was I going to sell the business or transfer the business over? And I've been through that loop a little bit over the last 18 months. But at the end of the day, the right thing for me is to transition the business to a new owner. I think that's the important thing for my clients. They're getting someone with the energy to move forward and look after them. So the next step in that was making sure, as far as possible, that I'm handing over to safe hands. Now, we've known each other for over 14 years, which is a bit sad, really. Yeah, funnily enough, I think I didn't have as much grey hair back then either. But importantly, from my point of view and from Carol's point of view, we're handing our clients over to a very experienced broker and one of the most professional and one of the larger brokers in our mortgage choice universe, that I have a lot of confidence around, and particularly with Carissa coming in, who's incredibly experienced as well. So I think we're doing the right thing by our clients to hand over to a really good professional operation of people that I know are going to look after our clients, and that's really important to me.
We're very honoured by the trust that you give us, and for the future, to keep the way that you've run things, your ethics, the way you advise your clients, the way you give the best advice and look after them as a long-term proposition and relationship, something that we're going to be able to just mirror across. So it'll be a smooth transition, but we appreciate the trust that you put in us as well.
But it is really critical and was such an important part of our decision-making process. So I'm very happy with where we're going and what we're doing. I haven't quite disappeared off the face of the earth yet. We were around for a little while. But that transition, I think, is going to be relatively smooth. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the new phase of my life. And I know the next few months will be rather interesting in terms of transitioning. But the time's right for me. And I'm very, very comfortable about where we're going in terms of the handover of the client base and where the business will go.
So it's going to be some travel itineraries coming up.
Yeah, there's a bit happening. We've got quite a few things earmarked both within Australia, and I know we're both keen to head to Japan and back to the UK to have more of a look around.
I wonder if you can send us a few updates that we can then throw out to the clients as well, so they can see those.
I'll certainly look to do that. Yeah.
I think we talked about the UK as well, and I think you said Scotland maybe in the end.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be down and around southern part of England early part of last year, and it sort of whet my appetite. I've seen where my forebears come from, but there's a lot more to see yet. So it's a bigger island than most people give credit to.